Hey there, it's Anonymous Tea, where we spill the tea anonymously. Hello, 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 everyone. Hello, YouTubers. Hope you guys are all having an amazing day today, sending good vibes, sending positivity, sending blessings, and good energy to each and every single one of you. Thank you so much for tuning in. So today we're talking love and marriage, Hunsel. You guys know why you were here. Today we are talking Marsau versus Kiki, part a million, because it is not letting up. As you guys know, I did a previous video where Marsau was taking shots at Kiki on Facebook, and then Kiki responded in his Facebook comments, and pretty much more went down. Some content creators have gone through the at length the back and forth between Kiki and Marsau, but I specifically want to touch on just three main topics that my takeaway was out of this exchange, right? The first one being Marsau basically confirming that there's a plot to take down Kiki and Melody Cherie, you guys. Because for some reason, if the argument with Kiki is supposed to be you supposedly feeling vindicated that Kiki was quote-unquote is exposed as a liar, why did you keep inserting Melody Cherie's name into this? Why did you say that Melody Cherie is some puppet master and all of these other things that had nothing to do with the issue at hand? I thought the issue at hand was what was revealed in the recordings, which you seem to know every single detail about. Make it make sense, you guys. I'm already, feeling a certain type of way, because men that want to be online all night arguing with women is already a red flag. And I don't know how Tisha thinks this is appropriate or okay. You don't like when your mom does it, but yet it's okay for your husband to do it? I don't understand. And they treat Kiki like she's some girl off the street. They don't treat her at all like she is not their cousin, right? So it's very weird behavior that, Marsau kept inserting Melody Cherie's name and kept trying to make this like this was a joint effort to try to take them down. I don't know if you guys peeped that. So I think, they wanted to make Kiki the scapegoat because they want Mel isolated again, right? Because if they can get Mel isolated again, and she's already told them that she's uncomfortable talking about her ex-husband, and they still bring him up in front of her anyways, they know that that's a trigger for her, that she almost wanted to quit last time. And that there's always some scandal brewing around the time that they're filming all of this, in the midst of, Martel doing something horrible to Melody Cherie and the cast remaining quiet. But instead of having empathy for Melody Cherie, they take Martel's side because, one, he has tea on them and knows all their secrets, and two, they are jealous of Melody Cherie, like I keep telling you guys, and it was always a plot to divide and conquer certain content creators who are vulnerable, who, either want to claim that they're a Mel-meter, want to claim that they like Mel and support Mel, but it's all phony. It was all an attempt to just see how close you can get to Melody Cherie, how many followers you can get off of Melody Cherie, and then you start to see the hit pieces, you start to see the support for the Scots. And all of this random stuff, when you previously said you didn't like the Scots, when you previously were exposing the Scots, but now you're chummy with them, which is basically what Marsau was confirming. He kept saying blogger this, blogger that, and then you're saying that you don't believe bloggers when they say something about you that's negative, but you believe that they're telling the 100% truth if it's an expose on one of your other cast members. Make it make sense. So you're telling me that the bloggers only lie about any tea about you allegedly cheating on your wife, or how you treat your wife, or your family, your brothers even going on YouTube at the beginning of this series, confirming a lot of the things that we already suspected, right? Confirming, what the backstory was between Kimmy, Maurice, and Maurice's first wife, right? Confirming some things that are suspect about your marriage allegedly to Tisha. This was your own family, your own blood, your own brother doing all of this, right? But now you want to flip the narrative and make it seem as though now that Kiki's on the hot seat, now Kiki's the one that's trending, you want to make her the focal point. And now all of a sudden all the bloggers are telling the truth and all the bloggers have turned on her. I don't believe that. I don't believe all the bloggers have turned on Kiki. I think ultimately everybody wants what's best for Kiki. But she did get caught up in some mess, and she did get exposed to some lies, and she even admitted in the comments that she lied because she was trying to protect some future storylines that hadn't aired on TV and some other stuff, right? But there was just a lot of deflection that was taking place, right? So that was one. Marsau basically confirming that there's a plot basically to take down Melody Shree and get Kiki out of the way, which we already knew, right? But the way how detailed he was, point by point, about all of these things that was in the recording and all of these other things, it was like a list of topics that he was just going to lay down, and he was going to argue all night until he got all of those talking points out, and specifically on Facebook, because normally Marsau will have the smoke for anybody, whether it's on YouTube or Instagram or whatever, but this was strategic too, doing this on Facebook, right? So that's one. Then number two, you guys, as to my takeaways from this particular live, you guys. And that is another cheating allegation, allegedly, right? At the hands of Kiki, basically saying that there is this snowflake that has worked with Marsau for several years at all of the different ventures and companies that he has been around. Kiki was doing mass of this and mass of that, and saying what type of sexual positions he likes, and what types of positions he is in when he is engaged with this lady, and all of the things, right? And you would think something, pretty serious of an allegation is that Marsau would debunk it and would deny it and say that is flat out not true. For, bachelor parties and all kinds of other shenanigans that, he does not want his family there, right? And then even Courtney was throwing shade at this last episode, saying that Marsau doesn't even watch his own kids, right? So it was just all these constant, digs. And Marsau didn't not once debunk that in his rant against Kiki in the Facebook comments, right? So I found that interesting, number two, right? Because again, remember one of the older mistresses that was rumored, I think a year or two ago, and basically it was a friend of somebody. I think it was the friend of the person of the hotel picture, right? Of the back picture. That basically Marsau likes to mess with women who have something to lose just like him, because that's how they'll keep quiet. Whereas unlike Martel, he is just going to, be with the bottom of the barrel and not care about being exposed or not, or how trifling he is, which is why all of his tea continues to be out there, right? So just a lot of suspect things about that, because wouldn't you want to debunk something like that if it wasn't true? And then bloggers are going to pick it up and put it out there that there might allegedly be this snowflake that might also be on the roster. But I think Marsau gets a kick out of this either way, right? Because men get a kick out of, knowing that they're wanted and having all of these cheating rumors about them. They think it's a flex, right? When you're supposed to be a married man and a committed man to your wife and family, right? Which brings me to the final point. Point 3. That was my biggest takeaway of this back and forth with Kiki. When she mentioned, there was a part in the exchange where she had mentioned how attracted Marsau was to Melody Shree, and kind of just implied out there that basically he wants Melody Shree Rogers. Not once did Marsau deny that or debunk that, you guys. Did you peep that? Catch that, tea? So not only are you not denying or debunking any of these mistresses, and the latest mistress that has been exposed by Kiki last night, you are not debunking your attraction to Melody Shree, right? Which we knew for 7 seasons, right? Because we're about to head on to the 7th season coming here in 2024. We knew that already, right? But Marsau not debunking that tells you everything you need to know. And trying to redirect the conversation back to Kiki is a liar, right? But is not, specific things he would deny, but he did not deny the mistress, the Caucasian mistress, or his attraction and him wanting Melody Shree Rogers. And that is what I took away from this whole exchange, you guys, was Marsau exposed that there was a plot. to take out Kiki, to make Kiki be the distraction so that we aren't talking about the revenge pee, so that we are not talking about any alleged cheating or mistresses or whatever is taking place with Marsau or whatever suspect about allegedly his marriage to Tisha that seems non-existent, at least the intimate part doesn't. So then from there, not even debunking the Caucasian mistress, and then not debunking how bad you want Melody Cherie, which I think is also the source as to why Letitia always makes a negative comment around Melody Cherie. Because I bet in these arguments with Marsau, he's always like, hey, why don't you be more like Mel? Why don't you be a go-getter like Mel? Why don't you do X, Y, and Z like Mel, right? And remember, she started like trying to dress like Melody Cherie, and she stepped up like her wig game and her makeup artist, and even, you know, had the same, you know, design for a business like as Melody's Embrace, which was the original skincare brand before obviously she got her divorce. Remember all of that stuff that was taking place? How she was like literally trying to cosplay as Mel every step of the way. It just gave that Marsau is in love with Melody Cherie Rogers, and if he could, he would love to just be with her instead, right? Because he likes going toe-to-toe with Melody Cherie, even if they're arguing, even if she's dragging him, he enjoys all of that with her, and he likes making a fool out of Letitia, especially on camera, especially with this dopey pregnancy storyline that nobody believes, right? So there is that. So let me know what you guys think in the comments. What do you think? Because it was very timely of how much Marsau has had time to respond to all of this as if he was in on the plot. So there is that. So let me know your guys' thoughts in the comments. Please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you're notified the moment I post new content on my channel. And with that being said, I'll talk to you guys again very soon.